back to another episode. Last day on Earth. Today we're returning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. And if you can't already tell from the title of the video, we are going to be lighting off some fireworks, both literally and metaphorically, during today's action-packed episode. Because what do we have in store for the most fan-freaking-tastic folks around, aka all of y'alls? We are going to do a little something involving the brand new Suburb Location. Now, first things first, our adventures are going to be taking us to the transport hub, where even though it says it's got to respawn, I haven't yet looted the transportation hub. I just made sure to, I literally, as soon as the transportation hub respawns, I always go there right away and get that timer reset, because I want to be hitting this thing absolutely as much as possible, because the loot that you are capable of getting here, like, there's literally loot that you cannot get from anywhere else, and a lot of this loot we still require to continue exploring everything that the drone update has to offer, because we've been playing the bejesus out of the drone update, and there is still so much more we've yet to even get to, man. That's how deep this update is, and we are still digging, baby. I've got my metaphorical shovel, and I am ready to get even deeper. And of course, that is going to have to happen through none other than the transportation hub, because again, this is where so much of really like the chunk of the update, the real meaty parts of the updates do reside. Essentially everything, or maybe not everything, but a lot of things run through here, and we are going to be running it through this location. We of course have a date with a darling by the name of either the miner or the butcher. I'm still looking forward to trying to encounter the butcher for the first time, since supposedly that boss actually got a little bit of a buff, and holy, we are getting swarmed by quite a few fellas. Let's get a little bit of separation over there. Hit the floater bloater with that slow motion from our active skill mod ability on the pistol drizzle, and onwards and upwards we shall go. And again, with all of this stuff that we have been covering about the update that y'all can, if you guys have missed it, be sure to check out the playlist in the description to go ahead and catch up on all of the whatnot that we have been doing. There should be links popping up in the top right hand corner of the screen as well, little bubbles they can go ahead and tap on to go ahead and take you to some of the previous videos from the drone update that we are covering so far. And of course, make sure that you are subscribed with that notification bell hit, because there is still so much more to do, and we are gonna get to doing it. Not to mention as well, oh baby, we love the loot that you can get from the transportation hub. Not to mention as well that the anniversary, I believe it's the 6-year birthday of Last Day on Earth is actually approaching. I think it's 6 years. That sounds about right, but I don't know, man. I struggle with numbers sometimes. 6, that's more than I can count on one hand, but it's definitely that Last Day on Earth anniversary is coming on May 26th, so you gotta imagine in typical Last Day on Earth fashion, there is going to be some sort of a celebration that coincides with this. So we actually might be on the cusp of getting even yet another update already so soon after the drone update has dropped. And I'm not gonna lie, man, it wouldn't surprise me if y'all recall the festival. Man, come on, give me some better stuff out of the storage. Although these aren't the good chests, so I'm not too upset yet. But there are actually some really good things that you can I don't know, man. Hold on, my train of thought's getting derailed. Let me shoot some zombies. That's usually a great way of getting my focus back. And ooh, we got some notes over here. What are these? John saw barcodes on the boxes and a lowering device under the ceiling. It probably drops those boxes, but how do we activate it? John couldn't think of anything. Well, we gotta fight the boss and get the card from the boss and take it from there. We gotta take down the hungry chomper that was trying to fill up his belly with some of the vending machine stuff over there. And we also are going to have some obnoxious enemies swarming us, particularly acid melter. Now, as y'all can see, comrades, I have Kevlar armor on myself, and I would prefer not to have acid melter destroy Kevlar armor, so I will be trying my best to obliterate enemies before they get too close to me, because acid melter is the last person I want to get close to me. Oh baby, hold up. I'm just gonna like keep on trying to get like a little bit of separation here. Okay, there we go. Take down the smasher over there. And oh, beautiful! Juked him right in the nick of time. Beautiful, and another juke, and we are horrifically bleeding from the smasher, so as soon as we take a little bit more damage, there we go, heal on up, and we are back in good shape. But as I was saying, yeah, with that, with what I presume to be an update that is going to be coming to coincide with the last day on Earth anniversary, either an update or an event, it actually, you know what I think makes the most sense, because we actually are still waiting for the second and third stages of the festival, the Forlorn Fair, to return. If y'all recall, we got to experience the first week of the Forlorn Fair so far, and actually we got to start collecting the initial loot and whatnot. If we didn't get the whole chance to experience the whole event, however, which is a bit of a bummer, because throughout the second and third stages, we'll still be able to actually we'll still be able to actually gain experience and turn in items to claim some of the various rewards from still the first stage, which is actually going to be really freaking important, because one of the prizes that we are still working towards is going to be getting our hands on what's that thing called? It's like some sort of a new storage decoration, if y'all recall. So like some of those decorations that you can put down in your base, and the way that they work is that they actually store items. So there is still one of those for like various spare parts, I believe it is, or like electronic parts. I forget exactly what it was, but there was some sort of decoration like that we should be able to continue working towards, not to mention, again, unlocking the second and third stages of the Forlorn Fair event. So definitely some very exciting things over there, and I gotta assume that's kind of like what the Forlorn Fair is waiting for, and that's why perhaps the reason we haven't yet gotten the second and third stages of that, but perhaps so it can go ahead and actually coincide with what's going to be going on with the actual like last day on Earth birthday, because originally the Forlorn Fair, if I am not mistaken, was kind of like a celebration of it was essentially like the last day on Earth anniversary event. So perhaps I think what might have ended up happening was just the first week started early, and then the rest of the weeks will come from there. Now, I'm not 100% certain on that, but like I want to say like 99%, because it makes a lot of sense, because that Forlorn Fair first week happened like a month ago. Ooh, baby, love this loot. Pretty much happened like a month ago at this point, and we haven't gotten the second or third weeks, and they're not even on the calendar yet. And the thing is that with the last day on Earth anniversary coming up again, being slated for the 26th of May, and we're not seeing anything actually on the event calendar, usually, you know how that changes? If an update hits, and sometimes new events might get added to the calendar. That's usually how things happen. If there's not currently an event, sometimes an update will happen, and then a new event will get added. So perhaps since the second and third weeks of the Forlorn Fair are going to be new events, quote unquote, because it's going to be the first time that they're going to be happening, it might require an update for it to essentially happen. And if that ends up being the case, I mean, coinciding with the 26th of May for the anniversary of Last Day on Earth, for the birthday of Last Day on Earth, and then the return of the second and third weeks of the Forlorn Fair, I think makes a lot of sense, because we really have been in a little bit of a holding pattern with that type of stuff, but time will tell, we shall see. But it does definitely seem like we should be getting something for this celebration, so I'm looking forward to that. Of course, we're going to be covering the bejesus out of that once it does hit, so make sure you are staying tuned, be and subscribe with that notification bell hit, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and let's go! Dude! This is the first time I've ever gotten factory parts out of this chest, and I'm here for it! Let's go! What? I did not know, dude. Am I crazy? Y'all have seen me clear this location a ton of times. That's the first time I've seen factory parts come out of this chest. Or I have the memory of a goldfish. Both things could also be true. But let me know, like, I don't know. Let me know what type of loot y'all have been finding as well, because I am curious, man. Like, just having found this, I wonder if there's types of loots that I haven't even yet stumbled across, but if you're really lucky, you can get from the transport hub. So I'd love to hear from that in that comment section down below from all of you ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Please, please, please be sure to go ahead and let me know while I go ahead and take down some of these explosive zombies that are going to be going boom, boom here in the not too distant future. Let's just go in and get a little bit of separation from these guys. We want to get them to ideally explode right there, and beautiful. We got a little bit of time to kill. Oh, the explosive zombies put a shield up. You are the worst. Why would you do this to me? Let's go ahead and get a little bit of heals up and get back to peppering some of these riot zombies with some of our armor piercing bullets from our neutralizer. Go ahead and sidestep you a little bit. Ow, he freaking just shalammed me, and I'll just go ahead and finish him right over there. Deactivate the electricity coursing through the veins of that water. Loot up this chest. Last time I didn't get any drone parts. Big money, no whammy, big money, no whammy. But this time we got some drone parts coming our way. Let's go. That was such a major disappointment last time when I didn't get any drone parts. It's like, dude, come on. No drone parts? Like, are you for reals in me, dude? But it's all good. It's all good. We got the drone parts that we were hoping for. We are going to have a date with an acid melter on the other side of this last doorway inside of this side room that, again, because we repaired the bridge, we unlocked access to. Of course, the first time you come here, you also unlock the blueprint for the drone workbench, which we are also working towards. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, don't you worry. Let's just go ahead and sidestep you right there. And once we get you in a nice little holding pattern here, I'll just go ahead and pistol drizzle you the rest of the way, because the acid melters here, man, I have yet to see an acid melter actually like swing on you. You know, I feel like the acid melters in this location, like different locations, the same zombies might have different behavior. And what I've kind of noticed is that it really does seem like the acid melters specifically within the transportation hub are just like always spinning. So it's like once you kind of sidestep them for the first time, you should be pretty good to go from there on out. But I mean, your mileage may vary, because I usually kill them by like, I don't think any of them have survived after like the third spit, because I'm trying to take them down ASAP, because seriously, acid melters are the worst when it comes to doing damage to your armor. And it's like, bro, I think I speak for everyone when I say acid melters are just a menace. That's really the only way of describing it. Hit that like button if you agree that acid melters are a menace, or if you're enjoying the bejesus out of the video, or if you want to increase your real life luck by 1000%. Scientific studies studied by scientific scientists everywhere have come to show that people who hit the like button on Starsnipe videos have the best luck. And after every like, their luck doubles. So you should definitely do it, because that's scientific science right there. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's what the science says. What can I say? Totally 100% legit. It is what it is. You know what I'm talking about. Speaking of things that y'all should go ahead and do as well, make sure that y'all are going to the link at the very top of the description. Twitch.tv/Starsnipe, where we are live every single Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern time, playing Last Day on Earth, having a ball, having a blast over at Twitch.tv with the live stream. We got the face cam on. We got the live chat roll, making for some awesome, fun bonus LDoE action coming your way, because it is going to be a little bit different from what you're used to, because instead of being a pre-recorded video, y'all can literally interact with me live as the stream is going on. No. Do not spit on me. And I mean, yeah, y'all can literally interact with the stream live as it's going on. Y'all can interact with everyone else watching the stream and having a fun time, chilling, having a blast. Y'all can, of course, see my face as all of the intensity is going on. And trust me, sometimes, I mean, from what the people have said, sometimes my face can make for some pretty funny reactions. And it just also is just a great way to go out and kick off the weekend every single Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern time. So looking forward to seeing some of you boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls there. And of course, if you don't know what time that starts in your own local time zone, Twitch.tv/Starsnipe schedule will be able to go ahead and help you out, because time zones can definitely be confusing. I totally agree. But luckily, with that other link near the top of the description, it'll be able to tell you what time it starts in your local time zone. And once you know what time that it is starting for yourself in your own local time, that is the same time that we are starting every single week, same time, same place over at 6 p.m. Eastern time. And once you know what time that is going, the same time, same place every single week. So looking forward to seeing some of you boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls over there, because it's always a fun time and always a great way to go ahead and kick off the weekend with some bonus LDoE action. Let me just go and try to, okay, dude, hold on. That toxic darter is like a menace, man. He just does so much damage. I hate dealing with them, but oh no, that's really bad. We just gotta take out some of these Carrions over here, because they do more damage than I'm hoping for, and take down the toxic darter before he spits on me again. Honestly, dude, that part is like one of the more annoying sections. Dude, what if those Carrions didn't even drop anything? He didn't even drop any tickets? Did their loot get nerfed, or am I just like really unlucky here? Because these guys are supposed to be dropping tickets usually. Okay, this guy dropped a little bit of tickets. I still wish, and I think I speak for everyone when I say this, they dropped red tickets guaranteed every time. It's such a bummer that they don't, because it's like, man, they are tough enemies to take down. You're using armor-piercing weapons to take them down. Like, green and yellow tickets, you know, I'm never gonna complain about them, but like, okay, I am complaining about them a little bit. You know, I think I speak for everyone when I say, I feel like we deserve a little bit of red tickets for our troubles at that point. You know what I mean? Because I mean, it's like a couple of red tickets here and there seems like a good reward for what we got to go through there. Solid loot here. I've seen better. I still have yet to get a like full durability gun from some of these chests. Like I've literally found Uzis, shotguns, pistol drizzles, all of the above full durability versions in some of these chests. So hopefully, we still got a few pretty major chests to open, not even including the giant crate we get to drop once we kill the boss. Man, but like nothing as crazy as I was hoping for thus far. Well, hopefully our luck will change a little bit for the better here in the not too distant future. First things first though, go ahead and grab that and make our way onwards and upwards where we can cash in on the fact that we have repaired the forklift. Yeah, that's right, baby. We are doing everything we can to cover everything about this update as soon as possible. And that forklift has been repaired, so we now have access to the fourth and final crate from the transportation hub on a consistent basis, which you love to see, baby. But that not even, here's the thing, man. That's not even necessarily the best crate that you can get though, because like it drops really good stuff. I mean, it either comes in the form of like a classified crate or a Genesis crate. The Genesis crate is pretty much like a crate out of the laboratory, you know, drops a lot of similar loot to what some of the laboratory A and B cards might be dropping. So actually, yeah, this crate over here is exactly what I'm talking about. It ends up being very similar to like a laboratory crate. Armor piercing weapons, you can get like some, I don't know, I think you get a Kevlar out of it as well. And just kind of like a bunch of things along those lines, but you can get that elsewhere. What makes the transportation hub valuable is in the loot that you can't get anywhere else, and that primarily actually comes from the second crate that we scanned, which has a lot of those types of items. Wha-bang! And this is some solid stuff over here in the form of the hydraulic parts, a drone replacement battery, and the gunpowder. Everything else is pretty good too, I ain't complaining, but let me go ahead and I'll just put a few of these things away for the time being here, and just want to throw the things that I definitely want the most inside of my inventory first and foremost. We could always go ahead and circle on back for this stuff because whatchamacallit, the laboratory is not like it was back in the day, or not the laboratory, the transport hub is not like it was back in the day, because back when the update originally dropped, it was a little bit glitchy and sometimes it would actually reset early. Really nice for looting this place up more, you know, multiple times per reset cycle. Really bad if you died and it accidentally reset on you though. A cat! Meow meow! Hello sir, how you doing there, Mr. Miyagi? But all right. Let's go and put the drone away, because I love you, drone. I still wish there was a dedicated slot I could put you in, man. This is something I've been like, I've been talking about, like, I feel like every video and every stream, man, but it really does seem like everybody agrees with me on this point. There should be like a dedicated slot that you could use for the drone, you know, like it shouldn't have to take up one of your extra pockets, you know, like imagine if like your Lexi true friend dog over here had to use up an extra pocket. That'd be kind of a bit of a bummer. Like it'd be much cooler, I think, if the drone kind of just had its own dedicated slot and maybe it was just like a new button or like a new skill that you could activate. I'm not even saying that the drone has to always be helping you out, even though that'd be kind of cool. But even just having like, you know, the capability for it to not have to take up that extra slot, because really one of the best parts of unlocking the extra pocket perk is the fact that you then have 2 guns and a medical slot, which is really useful because then as soon as your gun breaks, you just kind of hot swap over to your backup gun, which is very, very ideal. And then you have the secondary slot for your heals. It really is the ideal setup, and having to kind of sacrifice one of those for essentially a drone. And the thing is, whenever you activate the drone, it locks that let's go full durability shotgun rain. That is lovely, and I think we celebrate by shooting some zombies with some shotgun rain. All in favor? Everybody, because we love our shotgun rain around these parts, baby. Oh, yeah, mama. All right, all right, all right. Let me just go and I'll put the copper in there for now, man. I just want to go and prioritize a few things. Of course, like I said, we can come back, but let's go now and shotgun rain. Some state drive, the sailors feel the pain. Shotgun rain. Another zombie hops aboard the bullet train. Shotgun rain. Oh, baby's doing front flips. He's so excited for shotgun rain, and so am I. Not as explosive though, man. Sometimes shotgun rain can really showcase its awesomeness when it sends all of the zombies' limbs flying. I mean, this guy lost his legs. It's all right. He's a sailor. We'll get him some peg legs. He'll be fine. He'll become a pirate. No big deal. But man, the shotgun rain is truly at its most entertaining when it just obliterates every limb a zombie owns. Dang! That's just the front flip legs though. I'm still waiting to obliterate everything, man. The head, the arms, the legs. It's absolutely brutal, but holy heck, is it entertaining. Now, all right. Here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen. Things are about to get serious. We are going to engage in mortal combat with a boss in one of these chests. The question is, or in one of these crates. The question is, which crate? The answer is Not sure. We'll find out. Is it gonna be this one? No, there's just gonna be some normal zombies over here. So let me just go and actually swap over to, I'll swap over to like the Uzi or something to take these guys out. I'll use a pistol drizzle a little bit actually, because I ran away before they noticed me, so I can just go ahead and kind of take them down easy peasy lemon squeezy. And they are not vampire zombies. They're not gonna be sapping our health all the time. And ooh, it does appear like we could actually loot that up and get something from there. Now here's the thing. Every time I do this, my inventory is always full, so I'm just gonna like lickety split. Hopefully this doesn't horrifically backfire, because I feel like that's something that would definitely happen to me. I'm gonna put a few things into just this chest right there, and I'm gonna loot this, and I'm gonna see exactly what we get from looting up this container. We got an item has been obtained. We got 2 bottles of gasoline. Really not that crazy, man. I would have hoped for something a little bit better, but whatever, we'll take it. That's 2 bottles of gasoline that we did not have access to before, but with that, we now know where the boss is gonna be spawning, so we definitely wanna get the big guns ready to roll, even though they're not super necessary, man, because, like, you know, the miner, is very doable once you get him kind of stuck in his loop of, like, you know, once you catch him off guard, once he starts doing his abilities, you know, it is very, oh, the butcher! We got the butcher over here doing abilities. What's up, my dude? How are you? Now, here's the thing, man. I kind of like the butcher because he is a slow poke, so you can really take your time with this guy because he is nowhere near as fast as the miner, and if you play your cards right, man, the butcher should not be able to be too lethal. And what I like to do with the butcher is lure him absolutely as far away from the turkeys as possible, over from the crate that he spawns in, because those turkeys are actually what he butchers, you know? Like, this man's running like a Polish deli over here, and those turkeys are what he's serving up. So if we can kind of like keep him far away from there, it just essentially makes his life a little bit harder because he has to run a little bit longer to go and do anything with those turkeys. But as you can see, when it comes to the butcher, this is something that you really can't do with the miner, because the miner has like Mach 5 speeds, and like you're really not gonna be able to outrun the guy. Oh, he is gonna be, oh, he's like yelling or something. Why are you yelling, dude? Is that like, does that summon zombies, or is it just summon like a army of turkeys? I don't know. But that's literally the first literal attack he's been able to do. But okay, with that, we now have engaged in what I was talking about. His, it's turkey time, all right? It's Morbin time. It's turkey time for the butcher. And he is going to go and hunt down a turkey that he will then be eating and he will then be healing off of, which is annoying, but it is what it is. We'll take this opportunity to pump him full of hopefully as many bullets as we can before he heals too much. And all right. There we go. We are back in the running game. So, I don't know. Personally, I mean, the miner definitely makes for a lot more intense of a battle, if you ask me. But the miner is very, like... the thing about the miner, he does a lot of like those area of effect attacks that leave him vulnerable for a few seconds. Oh, where are you going? You going to go do? No way, you're going to the turkeys again? Get the heck out of here, bro. You do not need this many turkeys in your life, bro. Come on. No. Come on, don't be going after the turkeys, man. I'm just trying to take you down. I'm trying to take you downtown. He's about to heal even more health, man. But luckily, like I said, man, luring him over to that section means he's got a lot of running to do, and it's going to be a little bit harder for him to track down the turkeys that he needs. Unfortunately, he will still be able to track them down. Really nothing we can do over there, so we will continue doing a little bit of damage to him. And actually, our scar is about to break, so really quickly get a little bit of separation from this guy. Hopefully not run into any crate walls like I just did over there like a big dingus. Let's go and get a little Kalashnikov 47 over here to try and finish the job. And he's freaking running again, man! Goodness gracious, butcher, come on! Why are you doing this so much, man? No. You don't need more turkeys in your life, brother. I keep on getting you down so much health, and you keep on going back, trying to get you some turkeys. And he's probably gonna be able to heal before I'm able to do much more damage to him. But we do have him on his last legs. We got him pretty low. All things considered, gonna stab you right there. He's gonna yell. That's not good. We should be able to pump him full of some more bullets and hopefully take him down before the little stabby over there. And boom! Shakalaka boom! Goodbye to the butcher. Hello to the card. The most wonderful loot inside of this entire place. Because this is gonna be the loot that unlocks the last thing that we're looking for. It's gonna allow us to drop down a crate from the claw machine and get some incredible loot from it. And from what I saw from clearing out the crates, like I was saying, we got really lucky because today we got the good crate. The crate that can drop new items such as copper wire, iron rods, iron frames, the whole shebang. I'm talking about this thing. Here's the new Genesis crate, by the way, that I was talking about that you can get. Also think about this 4th crate. You can also get drone modules from it. But y'all can see some of the stuff that you can get. It's just honestly like a lot of like laboratory and port loot. You can get like a crane, armor piercing weapons, seaburn armor, hazmat jackets, and just it's very similar to laboratory loot. So as much as I want to pop this one open, this one is where the goods are gonna be. The copper wire, the iron frames, and the iron rods can be gone from here. So without further ado, let's unload that crate. Let's unhook this little thing, and let's see what you got in store for me. Big money, no way, big money, no way, big money, no way, big money, no way. Boom! Big money, baby! I was hoping for some more iron rods, but 6 copper wire is going to be massive because we are in a bit of a copper wire storage shortage. So thank you very kindly, my friend. I highly appreciate that. Let's put anything that we can over into the VIP storage. Unfortunately, my VIP storage is very full. And let's definitely come back for some of this stuff. And all right, put a few things away into the chopper, freeing up a little bit of inventory room. Let's definitely grab the most valuable things that this place has in store for me. Most definitely want to get our hands on some brick and ash planks. Those are not cheap to come across. Grab pretty much most like the settlement materials that you are getting out of here are going to be really good. Definitely still want to get our hands on the asbestos, sawdust, the cement and whatnot. Let me temporarily hide a few things here. And lovely, with that, we got a little bit more inventory room that we will definitely be capitalizing upon and grabbing some of these things. And I'll come back for the screws, man. I'll grab the asbestos for now. Just wanted to load up our inventory with as much stuff that we can go ahead and drop off inside of the settlement. But there y'all have it. Y'all saw all the loot that's available from our transport hub run. Great luck today. We love to see that copper wire. That's gonna come very in handy. And now, of course, it is time. As I have said, we got something very important on our party platters. And that, of course, is going to be the brand new Suburb Location. Star, what are you talking about? I'm talking about a little magical place right up here. Boom! Coming soon, the suburb. What's there behind the collapsed bridge? Why is the radio show getting interrupted by the distress signals? More questions than answers. This place beckons and scares at the same time. ... And that, of course, ladies and gentlemen, being the prompt that greets you after you wrap up the drone quest line, after you repair the final tower inside of the drone quest that we are still chugging our way through. So I will be getting this done ASAP, don't worry, but in the meantime, the knowledge of what it does is already out there, and I absolutely wanted to cover it as soon as possible, and that is what we are doing here. So this, again, is kind of the first thing. As soon as you initially unlock it, this prompt will show up, and then boom, this will be where it is. So it exists over the bridge up in the northwest of the map, and as y'all can see, it appears to be a little suburb, so kind of like the closer, which also does imply something very interesting, because if you think about city planning, suburbs are essentially found on the outskirts of the city, which is why this is also very important, because there have been like loading screen tips and hints hinting towards a major city up and to the north inside of Last Day on Earth ever since the beginning of the game. And now the introduction of this new suburb location is very massive, because not only does the highway which leads over the bridge and into the suburb, whatchamacall, I mean, finally, you know, we know why there's a highway, because it's leading into the suburb. But think about this, what do highways connect? Highways connect major cities. What are found on the outskirts of major cities? Suburbs. The freaking dots continue to connect, and the hints towards a major city in the north are still there. But before we even get to that, man, let's focus on the facts of the matter that the suburb does exist. And this is going to be the most dense and urban location inside of Last Day on Earth. Boom! And here y'all can see again, if you click on the location after unlocking it, this is what you will find. It is a 3-skull location, meaning it's going to be it's going to be on par with the hardest locations in the game. And the fact is that since you essentially have to clear the transportation hub to unlock the suburb, if you think about it, that likely means that it's going to be more difficult than the transportation hub. The transportation hub is like arguably like I don't know, man. Like, I think it's like right below like Bunker Bravo and Laboratory hard mode tier, but it's definitely still got its difficulties. I mean, it's got armored enemies up in there, which means that the suburb is likely to be harder than the transportation hub, potentially even surpassing Laboratory hard mode or Bunker Bravo in difficulty, depending on how things do unfold. And from what y'all can see inside of like the teaser loading screen image, again, it's going to be very cool because it's not going to be as dense as like skyscrapers like a city might have, but y'all can see that this suburb is gonna have like a bunch of like relatively densely packed storefronts, a bunch of stores next to each other, what appears to actually be like a church or like a clock tower, maybe like City Hall over there in the background, and just kind of like these streets with both residential and commercial districts, which is gonna be interesting because that means we might find a lot of cool stores, man, like potentially gun stores, like pharmacies, you know, and like all these buildings and all these kind of like, if you've been a survival game player for a while, all these buildings that exist in a lot of other survival games, and when you're playing other survival games and looting up cities and more urban areas, like you're very used to being like, oh, a gun store, this is gonna be a great spot, there's gonna be great loot in here. So it's gonna be very interesting to see how this suburb does ultimately unfold. And I don't know, man, I'm so freaking excited for it because this is finally, we're getting not only a map expansion right towards the north, not only is it leading us closer and closer to the city, but to have a location like the suburb with just all these streets, you know, and what will likely be large densities of zombies, all these various storefronts, all these buildings, and you gotta imagine with a location like this, man, I don't think it's gonna be just zombies. I think that there will also be NPCs and potentially friendly characters that will be able to stumble across inside of the suburb as well. So super exciting things coming to Last Day on Earth. And again, that is gonna be being found over this little bridge over in this area, which then you gotta imagine once it finally does become available, I mean, we'll probably have to repair the bridge to access it or something along those lines, but then once it finally does become available, you gotta imagine once you get to the suburb, potentially some sort of action you do in the suburb will then expand the map even more towards the north of this landmass that we're gonna be crossing over for the very first time. And just with the way that this is kind of unfolding, right, we know that the settlement's gonna be has been a big part of the Last Day on Earth storyline and everything. So if I had to guess, man, I think whatever does come with the suburb, I think is gonna be coming in like Act 3 potentially or something like that. It'll kind of like things will kind of start getting intertwined a little bit more because the settlement is ultimately you have to kind of progress in the Last Day on Earth story to unlock the transportation hub, which is then very integral towards unlocking the suburbs. So, you know, even though technically there weren't like direct story quests we got inside of this update, like inside of an act, there weren't like any act chapters that we got. A lot of the quests do kind of lead us still further along the story. So you gotta imagine the next major update we are going to be getting is going to focus around that suburb location to the north. And with a location like that, you gotta imagine that might be the beginnings of like Act 3 of the storyline or something like that. But I don't know, man, there's a lot of things going on, a lot of mystery surrounding the suburb, but a huge amount of hype because a location like the suburb just does not exist in the game so far. All of the locations are just very isolated, like they're one-offs, a factory, a port, a farm. They're like single structure locations, a gas station, a police station. They're all very individual building-esque. And this is gonna be the first location in like Last Day on Earth history to be a collection of buildings, meaning that it's gonna be a big zone. Again, just in terms of the difficulty and the fact it's gonna be up in the north, major probably loot that we're gonna be getting out of it, because I mean, y'all have seen the loot that we're getting from the transportation hub. If this place is harder than the transport hub and it comes after the transport hub, the loot is probably gonna be immaculate, and the doors that it opens up to the north as well. Things are just coming up Millhouse and Last Day on Earthland, man, and this update has truly been a banger. Not only has it given us such an incredible location with the transport hub, such incredible loot over there, but then to know that we have such a major teaser for what is going to be coming. Oh, I just entered the settlement. Is just absolutely massive, man. I'm excited. I mean, I've been enjoying the heck out of this update, and even as we kind of approach some of the later parts of this update, it just has me that much more excited for the future of Last Day on Earth as well. And what will hopefully be some updates. I mean, you gotta imagine with the update frequency we've been seeing, I could see this suburb update coming within like the next 3 to 6 months if I had to guess. So like, I'm thinking fall/winter, we might be able to enter into the suburb. But let me know what y'all think in the comment section down below about the suburb location, about everything that we know from it, about kind of like some assumptions that y'all maybe perhaps are making from it, any and all that type of jazz, because it's a lot to take in, man. I'm almost at like a loss for words when I'm just talking about this stuff, because I am so stoked about all the opportunities this is going to unlock, and it's gonna be interesting to see how all of this stuff does ultimately intertwine, and I cannot wait to get around to that. Hopefully y'all cannot as well. So make sure you're subscribed with that notification bell, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to stay in the loop with all things Last Day on Earth. Not only as we continue covering in this update, but as y'all can see, as we cover future updates of Last Day on Earth as well, because there are some big things on the horizon. And seriously, I cannot understate that suburb is the most excited for location. I mean, Bunker Charlie might have it beat, but the suburb and just kind of like how it connects to a potential city in the north and all that stuff, like not only does the location itself seem super interesting, the things that you can inference from the existence of a suburb location being connected by highway to the rest of the map really just has some very big picture ideas going on that is going to mean great things for the future of Last Day on Earth that I cannot wait to get to covering. But with that, that's gonna start wrapping it up for me for now. Thank you guys a whole lot for watching, and I'll talk to you in the next one. See ya.